CDC may be easing COVID isolation guidelines. The Washington Post reports the CDC is looking to drop the 5-day quarantine rule. Desiree Montilla live tonight with what the agency is looking to do now. So Desiree, what would the change be?
Jasmine, the CDC says isolating may not be necessary if you've been fever-free for 24 hours with mild or improving symptoms. Any change is not expected until this spring, so local doctors urge you it's best to not let your guard down.
Yeah, I think this reporting does place the CDC guidance in alignment with what is performed for and recommended for other respiratory viruses like influenza and RSV.
COVID isolation guidelines could look different in the coming months. The Washington Post reports the CDC is considering dropping the 5-day quarantine recommendation. Under the new approach, you would not need to stay at home if you've been fever-free for 24 hours without help from medicine and if your symptoms are mild and improving.
We've seen that some other states have already moved in that way, namely California and Oregon have already put out similar guidance, and I think the CDC appears to be following suit.
The proposed change comes as COVID cases continue to drop following a peak at the start of the new year.
I think these new recommendations really have to do with more practicality more than anything else.
Any changes wouldn't apply to hospitals or doctors' offices. Masking under this potential new guidance is still unclear.
I hope that the CDC guidance does also, tell people to continue to mask for the full 10 days after the onset of their symptoms.
As discussions continue over quarantine, Dr. Kosti Sifri says it's best to stick with the guidance already in place if you have COVID.
You still may be able to shed virus that can infect other people during that period of time when you have recovered from infection.
We also reached out to the Richmond and Henrico Health District, but they declined to comment since any guidance has yet to become official. Live in Richmond tonight, Desiree Montilla, 12 on your side.
Thanks, Desi.